This is a deceptive fastball. This is two-plane movement here. Gets further enough inside to pop out. Like a lot of weak contact here. What is happening? Welcome to another pitcher video breakdown. My name is Nick Pollock. We haven't done these for a while, so make sure you subscribe to this channel because you got to check them out when they appear. And because we got Tugboat. Yes, Tugboat. Look at that little Canadian flag on his lovely glove. And yes, this is a guy named Matt Tugboat Wilkinson. So he appeared for the Giants last night as the opener. And this is my first time actually truly watching him. What he has is a 7-foot extension fastball at a 91, 16 inches of vert, 9 horizontal. It's not the most exciting thing ever, but oh boy, that can get you on you in a hurry if it's lefty like that. And I just want to give you guys just a good idea of who this guy is. That's a two-planer, by the way. That's 14 to 11. And just know when I say 14-11, you're like, what is this? Nick, you keep talking these numbers and stuff. I know. I'm like Cypher from the Matrix in this way. I'm like just like, I read it all, red dress, all that kind of stuff, right? But that is a changeup at 84. And what is kind of cool here is when you think about vert, just think in general. I know arm angle is very much a part of it, but like 15 to 16 is what you're aiming for as far as just getting it above that normal. That's like average is like 15 or so to 16. If you get to 17, 18, I get very interested. If you get to like the 13 mark, 13, 14 or and lower, then I'm like, this is not going to be missing bats above. And then on the horizontal side, when you have cut action, it's really around like 5 to 0. And then you have in like negative in that way. That's closer to the glove side, right? And then when you get to double digits, like 10 plus, that is when you actually have more interesting rights. So like that 7 to 9 range, 6 to 9 or so is kind of what guys expect. When it gets to horizontal on the slot on the sinker, it's going to be like 17 is when it's good, 16 or so. That is your horizontal movement arm side. Okay. I know it's weird and stuff. Just it's a huge understanding of like, hey, this is moving. This is this is not. Okay, cool. So when you have a changeup that is having a lot of drop difference, it's nice to see. When you aren't, it's like a 12 to a 8. That is not a big difference, right? I'm saying like 12 vert to 8 vert 4. So let's see if he gets a quick out here on a changeup. He doesn't. He's missing with that's a 9. And he's really relying on the velocity change of 6 miles per hour to make it happen. That's a 3-0 Jose Ramirez swing. Oh my gosh, that is dangerous. Whew. I'm actually really surprised. I want to see that one more time. Where is this located? 3-0 swinging. I mean, that is hittable. And he's really upset at himself because he got underneath this, which is actually really interesting. If you saw the Ted Williams video, if you are under it, it means you are late. You are behind it. And he gets underneath it because there's going to have some slight up angle on the bat, right? And you could also say that, okay, the vert is keeping you up above the bat too. Oh, you're going to challenge that in the first inning? Okay, not. He's got away with that one. And because he didn't challenge it, oh my gosh, that's right down the pipe. Jose Ramirez, you got Jose Ramirez to flare out. There's something that I've heard a long time ago, which is the batters will tell you if you're good or not. That's Jose Ramirez. 3-2 fastball down the middle. Nothing. A little flare. Slider away. So this is what we kind of expect against lefties. Okay, when you have a southpaw coming up, you think fastball, a four-seamer, and changeup. And then when you go against lefty, it should be sinker and slider. I mean, really, that's kind of how it is for everyone, like same-handedness versus opposite. Lefties are kind of taught this from the beginning. That is, they will ensure they have a changeup to lefties, so for righties, because they'll face more righties moving up. And then generally a slider, I think, is easier to just add and have. That's at least my understanding of it. There is a four-seamer away, and he gets an out. And that is Tugboat. For the most part. I mean, you really get an understanding. Here's a second inning, a little flare here. And that's going to drop in. It's a good pitch. Got up and in. Here's Bazana. And nope, that is away. You know, you're trying to get that slider away. Fine. Fastball in. Like, I'm not terribly impressed, right? Like, it's 7 feet of extension. That is the biggest thing here, but it's 90. And I know that we have like Cody Bradford. We also have Will Dion, who is, I'll be honest with you, I think he's one of the more interesting pitchers that you'll see. Those guys are 7 feet of extension, 90 miles per hour with changeups, right? I don't think that Tugboat has the most interesting changeup in the world. I don't think that's the greatest slider. I mean, that's an 80-mile-per-hour one. He hasn't really located well here. But this fastball, I mean, that was a 17-inch vert one, up and in. This is a deceptive fastball. This is two-plane movement here. Gets further enough inside to pop out. Like a lot of weak contact here. There's also a conversation to be had about traject. If you don't know what traject is this incredible thing where it's a pitching machine, but it actually shows the pitcher's windup and then has the movement of their pitch and the location of it. Essentially just replicates what it's like to face a certain pitcher. Every hitter is doing this constantly against the names that you know around the league. However, you probably don't have much on Tugboat yet. So they haven't practiced against him. And there's a high fastball. I'm glad they still call it a strike, honestly. And of course, Bazana is not very good against lefties. I understand that. Appreciate Twitch, by the way. If you're not watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/pitcherlist. I am there every morning. At least I try to be as much as I can around like 11 a.m., 10 a.m. sometimes. It is going to be another fastball here for an out, and he just rolls over. This is a 2-1. They're swinging at the wrong pitches. I mean, Jose Ramirez did. We see that one. We see a jam shot for Bazana. And again, this is an aggressive swing. This is a cutter, though. This one's a little different. This is 9 vert, right? So not like the 17 that we even saw, and with some tilt to it at 83, but not the bigger one of the slider at 80. And yet another flare pop out like this. I mean, that's wild. So that's Tugboat. There he is. I mean, I hope this works. Look, if he's a perfect example of a pitcher who could, in the offseason, if he gains more velocity, right, turns into 92, 93 doing this, that is a serviceable pitcher with this extension, right? When you have extension, it gives a lot more velocity, right? So 7.2 feet equates like 2 ticks more. So then if you think of him at 92, and then he increases that 2 more ticks to 94 from the left side, that adds another tick or 2, you could even say, because the average lefty velocity is at least 1 down. So that's a 95-mile-per-hour fastball from the left side equivalent, right? Now you understand this. So I hope it works. I mean, the Giants probably need something like this. And come on, it's Tugboat. But that is it for today. I know, leave your requests. I'm going to try and do these as much as I can, but that's it for now. My name is Nick Pollock, and get out of here.